Hello everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, we are doing this project today, and I've got acetate. I couldn't find my acetate, so I had to use my vellum, and you can barely see. This is just a cute envelope. When you open this up, there is what shows through the window. So it's a press-on. If you have vellum, or if you've got vellum, you know, sometimes the vellum is easier to see through than this particular vellum that I have. You can see, but yeah. And there's your index card, obviously. So just a cute little envelope with a tag, and great for Happy Mail, great for your journals. I'm thinking maybe if I didn't have so much light on it, maybe, I don't know. You can see it, but yeah. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock, 8 by 7 and an 1/8. That is what this is, and hopefully I've got my dimensions correct. And then you're going to take and you're going to score your sides at 7/8. So, yep, 7/8. We're going to score the sides at 7/8. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to just flip it around 7/8. And so if that's back to your top, then your lid, you're going to flip it and you're going to score it at 1 and an 1/8. I know it's weird with the 8s, but 1 and an 1/8. That's going to be the top of your little envelope, and then you're going to score it again at 4 and an 1/8. So you can switch it and make it 1 and make it 4 and forget the 1/8. Just play around with it. But this worked the best for me. So once you've got that, we are going to fold it. Fold your sides. I think you probably can see where this is going to go. And then fold our lid, our lip, and then fold your bottom up like this. And I think what I'm going to do to make it easier for you is just quickly, I'm going to put some ink on this because that's going to make it easier for you to see where we're going to cut. Cute little project. Did you all see my McDonald's project, my journal? Oh, it turned out so cute. Super cute. So yeah, I decided not to throw the junk out and to use it. All right, just really quickly, this side, like I said, it's just gonna make it easier for you to see where we're gonna cut. All right, so you can see what we're doing. Here are tabs. So we're gonna cut these little corners off right here. I'm gonna kind of angle it in, but we're gonna cut these corners off. So there's one. How's everybody been? Really well, I hope. And then we're gonna cut this bottom off. So we're gonna angle this in. I still have 2 of the journal kits left if you're interested. I'm amazed that I have any left because that journal with the lavender is so beautiful. I'm kind of surprised, but I get it. Okay, and then this one here. And then we're going to angle that in so that you can easily see where we went, what we did, why we did it. Because this is going to come in, this is going to fold up. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to round these four corners. The hardest part of this whole thing now is cutting out that window. If you have access to a die cut machine, that's going to be the easiest way to do this. And I do have access to the die cut machine, but I didn't want to go through all my dies trying to find a die for this. And my punch wouldn't work because of this. I did pull the punch out and I thought, ooh, we can punch this, but nope, they're not deep enough. So then I am going to take a thumbnail here just because I think it's easier to get your tag out. See what I mean? Because it basically goes all the way up to your fold line. But we are going to ink this. It's just prettier, so I am going to ink this. And there's my shred again. Look at that. Yep. Seriously thinking of changing my name. I really am. I know it sounds silly, but I really am, guys. To something just kind of funky that has to do with shred, because that is, without a doubt, like my middle name anymore. I don't know when I last got on here and did a video and didn't have shred. Seriously. I can see it. Okay. This is a paper pad from Recollections, which is Michael's, that I've had for quite a while. And I really, really loved it because it looked like business paper or office paper. And a little bit of this went a long way. I've enjoyed it. I am down to maybe 3 more pages, and I've used this in the box, the Elizabeth Craft Design planner box. So I think by the time I'm done with that, I will be done with this paper pack. So you can see, there we go. It's so cute. You could leave it like this if you wanted to. Nothing wrong with that. This would work well, and you could just decorate the front, but I wanted to do something a little bit more, and I wanted to give you a little bit more of a challenge. So we need to find the center of this, and if you've got a Tim Holtz ruler, then you know that is the easiest way to find the center of anything. So we can literally go, I've got glare, but I can mark that and then come in. Boy, that, oh yeah, that would be right. And then we need to find the center here. So we are looking at, I'm thinking right there. That's what we want. I'm going to cut this out so it doesn't matter. And then so there is your center. How far out do you wish to come for your window? And I am thinking, I'm kind of ignoring that one, and I think I'm going to come, that doesn't give me much of an edge. So I think maybe to here. We'll come right to here. And so that puts us right there. And then we need to figure out this way, where do we want to go? And I think we'll go to, maybe here. Maybe we'll do this. we'll do that. So we're going to do it on this end as well. And connect these lines. Try to get it as straight as I can. And then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut that out. I think it's a little bit smaller than that one, which is okay. So then I'm just going to carefully, because I don't want to rip anything, just manipulate this. And we're going to cut this hole out. And you can see why, if you have a die cut machine and you've got an oval or a square or a rectangle, this would be easier to go that route than this. But this works. So this is what we're going to do, is we're just going to cut this out as straight as we can. Now if you have a cutter, trying to think of, what do you call those? You know, with the blade. Can't think right now what that's called. If you've got one of those, then that would be a good way to cut this. But to be honest with you, I do have a couple of those, and it's like I need a lesson because I ruin my rulers. I don't know. I've seen people, I've seen creators, they have no issue cutting anything with the blades. None. And I just chew everything up. I don't do well at all. And I can't figure out what I'm doing wrong. I don't get it. So there's our window. As a matter of fact, I don't even know if you can see it. This is so chewed up from trying to use the cutter. It just doesn't work for me. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. So I prefer the scissor method if I'm not going to use the die cutting machine. The scissor method works way better for me than the knife. X-Acto knife, that's what it's called. Yeah, they don't like me for whatever reason. So we've got this. Now you're going to have to put your vellum, your tracing paper, your acetate, whatever it is that you've got. Pull a piece of that out. So let me see what I'm going to need here. Let's just mark this. It doesn't have to be exact. And then let me cut this. Cut this. Let me do it this way so I can tell you what it's going to measure, just in case you are curious. I've got this at 2 3/4 by 6. And we will double check and make sure that that's going to work. Because we don't want it to, and it will, there you go, because we don't want it to interfere with anything. So glue, you can use tape, you can use score tape, you can use whatever kind of wet glue you have. Get this down, and I am going to come back with, because it is a pocket, I am going to come back with Scotch tape, because it is a pocket, and I'm not going to worry about the bottom, because you're not coming in with anything on the bottom. But I am going to worry about the top because you're going to be pulling your tag in and out of there. So I used this on the last one and I cut it in half because you don't want to go over the lid here, so, or the closure flap. So I'm going to put it there, and then I'm going to put a piece here, and I'm going to put a piece on the other side. And that way, when the tag is inserted, you're not going to have an issue with that. So then we've got this, just like that. Now, one thing I did on mine that I did not do here was I looked to find the center of my tag before I put my vellum, and I didn't do that here, so that's not gonna work. Grab a piece of cardstock. This is great if you're using scraps. So we are not going to work that way. We are working this way. So probably 6 by, I am going to guess, my last one was a 2 3/4 by 6. So let's just try that and see if we get lucky. So 6 by 2 3/4. Boy, we are getting the scraps. All right, let's see if we're gonna work here. And we are, that works really well. See that? So then you're gonna get your, might as well get out your index card, and we are going to glue this down. So is everybody doing well? We had our anniversary yesterday. Well, it would have been Wednesday. I am doing this video on Thursday for Friday, for Friday's reveal. Yep, we had our anniversary. And want to thank you for the well wishes. Boy, I was so shocked to get your texts. I was like, I just can't even believe that you even remembered. So thank you. 53 years, guys. Yeah, 53 years. So we're going to cut this. We're going to round the corners and we're going to ink. Yeah, 53 years. We don't know where the time has gone. It's amazing. All right. All right, let's round the corners. And then we're going to ink. It's a really cute project, guys, and I know that there's so many of you that love to send out Happy Mail and that type of thing. So we've got to figure out what we're going to put in the center of this. If you've got letters, you could put word. I have this just because the stickers that I'm using don't work well. They're better off vertically, so my envelope is vertical. So if you want it to be horizontal, I mean, this would be cute. You could put where it shows through the window, happy birthday, happy anniversary, Merry Christmas, anything you wanted. You could write a cute note on the back. And once again, I think this would be adorable for a teacher. You could do this with your child, and it just would be super cute. So before I close this up, I just want to make sure, and I've got to eyeball this because I forgot So what I did on the other one is I would put this in before I do my vellum or my acetate, and I'd put a little mark right there so I know. So now I'm gonna just where my thumb is the center. So about right here we were. Now we're gonna figure out what we're gonna put there, and we can go ahead and close this up because we know we're good. So I am just gonna go ahead and put a little glue on the inside flap, and then I'm gonna put glue on the outside flap on this one. So there we go. We're gonna seal her up, and she should be good. And you can see you've got quite a bit of room because we've got those nice flaps in there. But now, where is, yeah, I still have my mess here, everyone. Not cleaned up yet. Okay, so we are using, let's use something from here. Maybe that would be pretty. I like that. So maybe we'll go for, I think I got these at the Dollar Tree. I think I did. I'm not positive, but I think I did. Oh, let's go ahead and do that butterfly too. It's really pretty. And these are press-ons. Somewhere I have a popsicle stick, but I don't know where the popsicle stick is. It's lost in the debris mess to my left. So we're gonna put this here. And then I think we'll grab some grabby numbers. We're just gonna hope that this is right. Just like that. Yep, we're winging it. Keeping your fingers crossed, guys, that this is gonna be where we want it to be. And then normally I would do this with the popsicle stick, but because I don't have a popsicle stick, well, I do, but it's buried treasure at this point. Buried treasure. So, okay, what are you thinking, Charlotte? What are you doing? Okay, let's see if we need something to raise this with. Let's see if I got it. I hope I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Sometimes you have an issue and you have to be ever so careful with it. So I think we're good. Now let's check and see if we need numbers or need anything like that. Oh, can y'all see that? I hope you can. That's so pretty, and we really don't. We don't need anything with that. Now you're gonna need a something to hold this closed, or let's just take care of that right here. I don't think this would have any issue going through the mail. There's two. I think we're gonna be good. But I kept the butterflies out because I thought let's do something else to this, and I wanted to match the butterflies. So I thought that'd be pretty. So I like that, and that's what I used on the other. This is a sticker. Yeah, that doesn't show up very well. Okay, so we're gonna use this. Okay. I hope each and every one of you has a fantastic weekend. I can see right here. Maybe we'll have the butterfly go this way because I don't like that right there. And then let's do a grabby something up on the top there. This might be cute. Let's use this. I was waiting for something to come along where I could use this. I think this will work. We'll just put this right there like that. Yeah, that's cute. And we'll give it a little bit of color. And we want a paper clip there. So that's your mate, guys. I really hope that you love this. It's cute. I mean, it is. It's pretty cute. So let me get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. And let's give away a couple pieces here. So how about, I'm looking, what did we make last? Oh, that's right. This is what we did last week. Super cute. You can fill this up and get a lot of mileage out of this. So let's give this one away. I won't be looking. Some of them have come undone, like this one right here. All right, Beverly Nielsen. Okay, honey, this one is coming to you. You can decorate this right up. It'll be super cute. And then this one here, I'll cover myself up. I need to come back in and refold these because I folded them and then I usually fold them over again, and I did not do that. So they're all coming apart. Odette Peters. I haven't called your name in a while. So Odette, this is gonna come to you. All right, everyone, have a fantastic weekend. I really hope that you enjoyed this make and that you'll give it a try. Let me know in the comments. I have been pretty bad when it comes to the comments. I apologize, and I'm hoping this weekend to get to them. So take care, stay safe, and keep crafting. Bye, guys.